We often hear about the problems young people with disabilities face: physical obstacles, social rejection, academic failure, and medical crises. Yet, some people do overcome significant challenges and lead fulfilling lives. There are many skills a person needs to acquire that lead to a happy life. One that is most helpful is that of self-determination. Self-determination is a combination of skills, knowledge, and beliefs that enable a person to set goals and to manage his or her life without outside control. An understanding of one's strengths and limitations, together with a belief in oneself as capable and effective, are essential to self-determination. When acting on the basis of these skills and attitudes, individuals have greater ability to take control of their lives and assume the role of successful adults. Gaining control over one's life involves learning and then successfully applying a number of self-determination skills, such as goal setting, understanding one's abilities and disabilities, problem solving, and speaking for oneself. The personal process of learning, using, and self-evaluating these skills in a variety of settings is at the heart of self-determination. Self-determination generally refers to having the abilities and opportunities to steer one's life in a way that one chooses and that brings personal satisfaction. As a parent, you may be wondering what you can do to foster the skills, knowledge, and opportunities that can contribute to self-determination with your child or youth with disabilities. What steps might you take to encourage your son or daughter to begin to become more self-determining as he or she grows up? As we discuss a number of skills that need to be fostered, you are encouraged to adapt and add to the strategies that are given and find strategies that best meet the needs of your child and family. We will now discuss some basic skills that will provide your son or daughter the ability to live a self-determined life. Let's look at the need to foster choice-making. Choice-making is the ability to show a preference among two or more available options. Choice-making skills allow children to gain increasing control over their immediate environment. For children and youth with developmental disabilities, being able to express preferences and make choices has been shown to decrease challenging behaviors and increase engagement in appropriate tasks. You could model a choice-making process for your child or provide opportunities for your child to make choices throughout the day. For example, preschoolers can make the choice of which shirt to wear. Elementary students can make choices of after-school activities, and high school students can make choices about extracurricular activities or choose elective classes. Expect and encourage your child to make choices. Darian is learning how to make choices for himself. Let's listen to how Darian and his mother work on the skill of making choices.
Let's talk about your homework. Who gets to choose when you do your homework?
Me? I have a choice at home.
So one of the things we do at home is we always let Darian choose when he wants to do his homework. He can either do it as soon as he gets home, or he can wait a little bit, relax, do it in early evening, or he can wait till it's dark out and do his homework. And every time we let him choose, it's always easy for us to have him follow through and do that homework, because he knows he's already made that choice, and he knows that that's going to happen in the way that he said it would happen, so that's always helpful. He's great at understanding that working hard towards something will usually have a result, and then results.
It is also important to support your child in his decision-making processes on a daily basis. Decision-making is the ability to consider possible solutions and select the one best suited to the one's individual needs, while considering how the decision affects oneself and others. Decision-making helps children carefully weigh all possible options in order to reach a desired outcome. Talk through the decision-making process with your child before he makes a decision. Guide your child to make the best decision. Ask questions that lead your child to consider what he hopes to gain from a particular decision. Allow children to make decisions at home and about their lives. Don't do everything for them. Encourage independence. Another way you as a parent can support your child to become more self-determined is to encourage his efforts in problem solving. Problem solving refers to the ability to effectively respond to and generate solutions for challenging situations that arise. Learning to effectively solve problems leads to increased competence and independence at home, in school, and in the community. It may also increase the ability for your child to safely navigate different environments. Teach your child problem-solving strategies by identifying the problem, brainstorming solutions, and weighing the pros and cons. Model problem-solving strategies for your child and allow your child to solve a problem on her own before you offer assistance. As parents, we need to promote goal setting and planning. Learning to set goals helps people to identify what is important to them and gives them a sense of direction and purpose. Children with disabilities who set their own goals may become more independent and proactive. Let your child provide input on his goals and help your child set realistic goals. Discuss future plans with your child, starting at a young age, and encourage your child about his future. Ashley and her son Aiden have discussed ways for him to achieve a goal he has set for himself. Let's hear how they have worked on Aiden's goals.
I'm Aiden. I'm 11 years old. I'm going to show you a goal that I'm working on. I have to wake up in the morning without mom or dad helping me or somebody else. And I have to get dressed and make my bed.
Taking responsibility for oneself is an important skill to have to be successful in life. Taking responsibility means being accountable for things within one's control. As children grow, they should gradually gain responsibility for more aspects of their lives. These responsibilities teach decision-making, self-discipline, and important life lessons that prepare them to be independent in their adult lives. As your child learns to be more responsible, she may gain self-confidence, become more independent, and change others' expectations of her. Promoting independence in your child will help him to be better prepared to participate in activities, events, and relationships of life with less need for additional support. Research shows that individuals with disabilities who have the opportunity and skills to make their own decisions tend to have a higher quality of life. Provide opportunities for your child to be as independent as possible at home and in the community. A parent shared this perspective about providing greater independence for her child. She said, "The hardest thing I had to learn was not to be too helpful. At the first sign my child showed when he needed help with something, I would rush in and help or do it for him. I found he developed a lot more independence if I let him try to figure it out himself, or asked him questions to guide him towards getting the answer himself." Juliana has acquired the skills necessary for her to live a self-determined life. She and her father will give us perspectives of how this has come about.
My name is Juliana, and I'm 29 years old, and I have Down syndrome, and I live independently, and this is my place, and I'm loving it here, and I've never been on my own before, so it's a good experience for me. And I went to college at Madison, Wisconsin. I went to Edgewood College, and I've been there I got in right in the middle of the semester, and I graduated, and I was so excited and sad at the same time. And now I'm here in Park City where I grew up, and I'm loving it here. I have my family here. I have my dad, my two brothers, they're twins, and they support me, and I'm loving it here. I work at Old Navy, and I've been there for 7 years now. I've been working at different Old Navies in different states. I started in Medford, Oregon. Then I got transferred to Madison, Wisconsin. Then I got transferred here. And I'm also volunteering at National Ability Center, too. And I've done that before, and I love it. And I also have my own business, which is called Pump It Up with Juliana. I'm a motivational trainer. I motivate them with the weights and cardio, and I just bought them, make sure they don't drop anything. I walk to work every day. I work 5 days a week, and I take the city bus all by myself, but it's really easy to do, and I'm getting really good at it. I'm living with a roommate. Her name is Anna, and she's a great roommate ever. I just love her, and we get along very well. We take turns cooking for each other. Like one night I will cook for her, and one night she will cook for me. And we're learning how to cook. And my favorite thing to cook is spaghetti, because that's really easy to make.
I asked her mom for any comments she'd like to add here, since she couldn't be with us. And she remembers distinctly when Juliana was pretty small that she either read something or somebody told her to not set your heights too high with this young lady because she has a disability and you don't want to be disappointed. And she thought, Juliana's mom thought at the time, that's exactly the opposite of what I'm going to do. I'm going to shoot for the stars and expect the best out of her. And if she doesn't, achieve that, that's perfectly fine. At least we'll have gotten as far along as we can. And that's exactly what's happened. She's almost 30 years old now, and she's had a very fulfilling life and really been an important part of our family. As far as Juliana learning to make decisions and taking on responsibilities, it was no different than our other kids. And it's consequences if you make a poor choice, just like it is with the other kids, and really no different. So she has all the same challenges that her brothers do and that any of us do. So it's just a matter of giving her a little nudge here and there, a little support where need be. The influences that Juliana's had, obviously the family influences are big, but I can't stress the influences that some of the educators that she's had in her life have been. One in particular has been just incredible with her motivation, her drive, and what she's done in this community for Juliana and for other disabled kids as far as creating opportunities and and being an advocate for their being able to strive to be the best that they can. And Juliana was really lucky in that way, and I know a lot of other kids are too, but it's something that can't be overlooked also.
Self-awareness and self-knowledge skills will help your child to accurately identify her own strengths and limitations, identify her preferences, interests, and abilities, and will help her apply that knowledge to enhance success. For children to successfully apply their inner strengths to everyday behavior, they must have an awareness and knowledge of their own abilities, strengths, and gifts. Talk with your child openly about her disability, the limitations associated with it, and ways to overcome its challenges. Encourage your child to focus on her abilities. Teach your child at a young age that everyone is different and has different interests and abilities. Use books or videos to teach your child that everyone is unique. Help your child believe in herself by emphasizing her abilities and future possibilities. Self-advocacy and leadership skills involve knowing and standing up for one's rights, communicating effectively and assertively, and being an effective leader or team member. Self-advocacy skills ensure a child's choices are heard and respected by others. Self-advocacy also allows children and youth to make changes in their lives and get the support they need to be successful in school and in the community. Allow your child to speak for herself. Encourage your child to self-advocate by expressing her wants, needs, and feelings. Allow your child to be the leader. You may want to involve your child in volunteer activities with younger children to build leadership skills. Jacob is an independent young man who is a self-advocate and leads his own IEP meetings. Jacob and his mother will share some of the ways that he demonstrates leadership and self-advocacy.
I'm Jacob, and I was born with cystic fibrosis and cerebral palsy. I'm 14 years old, and I have been an advocate for myself myself in many ways. One way is I go to the IEP meetings in my school and I speak of my mind instead of just letting others speak for me. So that's one way I have been a self-advocate.
Communication is a critical component of everyone's life. We all have needs, wants, and feelings, and we need a way to express these to others. In the early years of life, children receive assistance and lessons in communication at school and at home. However, many children with disabilities struggle with communication beyond those early years. When your child receives support from you, he may be better able to practice self-expression and participate more readily in activities that foster self-determination. You may encourage your child to use eye contact and speak clearly when interacting with others. Your child may also use email to communicate with adults. As your child continues to improve his communication skills, you should encourage and provide participation in inclusive activities that will provide your child with the opportunity to interact with his peers. For children with disabilities, participation is especially important because it gives them an opportunity to interact with peers without disabilities. Involve your child from an early age in a variety of inclusive community and school activities of interest to him. Such activities may include martial arts, playgroups, music classes, or sporting events. Be proactive and use creative ways to find activities your child enjoys and include your child in family activities. Through our friendships and peer relationships, we receive and give support and intimacy. People who have supportive and lasting relationships tend to feel more connected to their communities and have people available to assist them when challenges eventually arise. To live a truly self-determined life, children with disabilities should have a circle of friends and supportive people who care about them and are available to exchange needed supports. It is important for you as a parent to model the important skills and behaviors your child needs to learn to become a more self-determined individual. Be a role model for your child by demonstrating self-determination skills for yourself. Show your child that self-determination skills like choice-making, decision-making, and problem-solving are important by doing them yourself. You could model daily living skills for your child. For example, you could show how to plan your schedule for the day, or how to plan your meals and choose good foods to eat. As you and your child are working to improve your self-determination skills, remember to provide positive reinforcement and feedback to your child, identifying which behaviors are appropriate and which behaviors are not appropriate. Through receiving positive reinforcement and feedback, your child will learn the difference between appropriate and inappropriate behaviors and be more likely to make positive choices. Providing encouragement can be very helpful to your child, but it is best delivered in moderation. Try letting your child know you are available for support, but emphasize that you will give her space to make independent decisions. A strong relationship with the staff at the school can also provide you with support and recommendations on how to strengthen skills and behaviors associated with self-determination at home and elsewhere. By partnering with your child's teachers and other school staff, you can share important input and expertise about your child and suggest goals related to self-determination. It is important that you participate in all meetings, such as IEP meetings, Section 504 meetings, and parent-teacher conferences. These meetings will provide you with opportunities to partner with the school and to advocate for your child. As your child works to improve his self-determination skills, it is important for you as a parent to have high expectations and a positive attitude about your child's future. The attitudes and expectations parents hold for their children can have a profound effect on their social, emotional, academic development and later outcomes. The manner in which parents interact with their children can influence children's self-esteem and level of independence. By being persistent and maintaining high expectations for your child, you may instill confidence and foster greater independence, both of which promote self-determination. Every parent needs support, including parents of children with disabilities. Parent connections consist of associations with service providers, schools, and a range of other individuals and organizations. The Utah Parent Center is a valuable resource to help you find the supports and gain the skills necessary for you to teach and support your child. Contact the Utah Parent Center for further information and training by calling 1-800-468-1160 or visit our website at www.utahparentcenter.org.